Let me ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I never want to end up in a nursing home? Most people have, usually quietly, maybe in their own mind, usually when something reminds them of how fast life is changing. And a lot of people don't realize this. That outcome isn't decided at the end of life. It's actually shaped years earlier. Gen X is watching this happen right now with their own parents, even themselves sometimes, and some are stepping in to help. Some are making decisions they never expected to have to make. And a lot of people are thinking, I don't want this to be my own story. And I get that. And honestly, I think that awareness right now is a gift. I was a nursing home administrator for 15 years, and here's what I've learned watching families go through this exact situation. People don't end up in nursing homes because they failed to plan at 80. They end up there because there wasn't a plan when they were 50 or 60. And usually it starts with something small, like a fall, or a health scare, or a spouse who just can't keep up anymore. And in those moments, no one has time to think long term. They're just trying to get through the week or the crisis that happens, such as a stroke maybe. So decisions get made really quickly. And once those decisions are made, they're really hard to undo. Let's talk about the home for a minute, because that's where a lot of this story actually begins. The house that feels perfect right now can quietly become a challenge later, such as the stairs you barely notice now and become unnavigable later. Bathrooms that weren't designed for aging bodies. Maintenance that slowly becomes overwhelming, or you don't have a spouse anymore to help. The question isn't, do I need to move today? The better question is, if something changed, would this home still work for me? Ask yourself if you could live on one level in this home if you had to. Could you move safely through the space if you were in a wheelchair or on a walker? Could you afford in-home hair if you had to have it? For some people, staying makes sense. For others, downsizing early, while it still is a choice, creates freedom instead of stress. Independence isn't about holding on to your house, it's about holding on to your control of your life. And here's the part of this that people don't talk about enough. Caregiver burnout is real. A lot of folks assume their kids will just step in and help if they need them. And most adult children want to help. But love doesn't cancel exhaustion. Your kids have jobs. They have families of their own. They have their own responsibilities. Or maybe you don't even have children. And when caregiving becomes constant, it wears people down way faster than you think. And one of the biggest reasons people end up in nursing homes isn't medical at all. It's caregiver burnout. So planning ahead doesn't mean you don't trust your family. It means you care enough not to put them in an impossible situation. Money plays a role here too, whether we like it or not. The people who have the most freedom later in life aren't always the wealthiest. They're just the ones who are the most intentional. They understood how their home fit into their bigger picture. They avoided being house rich and cash poor. They learned about care options before they actually needed them. When finances are organized, you get choices. When they aren't, decisions get made for you. And those decisions don't always feel personal, like having to reapply for Medicaid every year to pay for your care. So here's what I want to leave you with. Waiting doesn't keep things the same. It quietly narrows your options. When planning gets pushed off, transitions become sudden, emotional, and very stressful. But when people plan early, things feel different, calmer, much more thoughtful, and much more in your control. The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live well and on your own terms. Aging in place doesn't mean staying in the same house forever. It just may mean staying in control of your life. Sometimes that means modifying your own home. Sometimes it means moving before a crisis forces you to, and sometimes it means building a support system while you're still strong. Aging well isn't reactive, it's intentional. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Avoiding a nursing home later in life isn't about luck. It's about a series of small, thoughtful decisions made earlier than most people expect. You don't need all the answers today, you just need to start asking the right questions. And that conversation starts now.